Dear Republicans, you will never rid yourself of the stink of Donald Trump. At least never in the lifetime of anybody around today. Trump's stench is a tragic part of American history that will last generations. The entire world knows the truth of his whipping up a crowd of thousands to try to assassinate the Vice President of the United States and the Speaker of the House. Trump's minions urinated on the carpets in the hallowed halls of Congress, smeared feces on the walls, damaged priceless paintings from the founding era of our country, and murdered police officers protecting our nation's capital. That stink will never fade, no matter how often his allies try to rewrite history, blur faces, or tell stories about bizarre, deep state conspiracies. Did you think Americans would forget the stink of the 30,000-plus documented lies he told America and the world while he was president? Or the lies he routinely spouts every time he speaks in public, so frequent now that even Fox News has to correct the facts when covering him? How about the reek of his dictator-like pronouncements that he will destroy the American civil service and fill our government with corrupt toadies, then imprison his political enemies and send the military into the streets like Maduro has done in Venezuela and tin-pot dictators do all across the world? Do you really believe that we would forget the stink of his sucking up to murderous dictators like Putin, MBS, and Kim? Now that effluvium is being smeared all over Republican politicians, one after another, as they follow Trump's orders, which he no doubt received from Putin, to abandon Ukraine. You are cowards, all. Covered in your wretched, cowardly, unpatriotic stink. This is the man who tried to blackmail a Democratic ally into manufacturing dirt on his political opponent, withholding aid to Ukraine in the face of Russian attacks. The stink of that crime was so heinous he was impeached for it. What about the stink Trump created when he referred to mostly black nations as shithole countries, and our veterans who died in war as suckers and losers? When he told General Mark Milley he didn't want to again share the stage with an injured veteran because such heroes don't look good. Or when, at the height of the pandemic in April 2020, Trump ordered people back to work and began to ridicule wearing masks, leading to hundreds of thousands of unnecessary deaths. Seriously, Republicans, do you not think America can smell what's going on? Trump bragging that he ended women's rights to bodily autonomy. His promotion of guns and assault weapons because the racist nutcases who follow him think they're going to be soldiers in a coming civil war. His refusal to do anything about the climate change that is now killing Americans every day. America has had a few truly awful presidents. Andrew Jackson, the Indian killer. Andrew Johnson, who tried to undo Lincoln's legacy. Warren Harding and Teapot Dome. Richard Nixon's criminality. Ronald Reagan's commitment to destroy America's middle class, George W. Bush lying us into 2 wars as part of his 2004 re-election strategy. But none stink as bad as this miserable cartoon of a man, with his bizarre orange spray tan, absurd comb-over, and compensatory phallic-length red ties. America is not going to forget, and many Americans will never forgive. You will never wash the stink of Donald Trump off yourselves or your party. Never.